people.
Now, what kind of reaction do you get to the salvation message? Because I know that in Islam there's a high regard for Jesus, Isa as they call him, but they don't believe that it was actually Isa who was crucified on the cross. They believe it was someone who took his place, an imposter, or whatever the case may be, because that's just their doctrine. How do they respond, especially to the point of the resurrection of Jesus?
Well, they may not have accepted, but they're very polite people, and they have received what Brother Andrew was saying. They respected the man very much, and they do respect Jesus very much. And every time we give them, like we give them the New Testament, they'll take it, they'll kiss it, and they put it in their pocket. So they have big regard for the Injil, the New Testament.
Let's talk about some of the things that you're doing out of Bethlehem Bible College. You're training, of course. You're sending out a choir to various countries. But you're also involved in bringing people into the area from American churches, some Canadian churches on missions teams. But you do some social justice work there. Tell us a bit about sort of the comprehensive aspect of your ministry.
Well, our focus is Jesus. We are training Palestinians to be leaders, to be pastors, to be youth directors. It is a Bible college. We are recognized by the Palestinian Authority as a 4-year Bible college. We just started a master's degree in Christian ministry. The Lord is really using us. We have many pastors already in the field. Many of them are planting churches. So if you go to Jerusalem, you go to Nazareth, you go to different places, you ask a pastor, where did you graduate from? Most likely it is Bethlehem Bible College. So we are making great impact in the whole evangelical, especially community. We are interdenominational, but we are also concerned about the whole community. Let's take Bethlehem, for example. Bethlehem is under the Israeli occupation, like the rest of the West Bank. There's a wall just about around all of Bethlehem. People have lost their jobs. Unemployment is about 30%. So there's lots of poor people in the community. That's why we started what we call the Sheppard Society. It's a social society to help the community, to help the people who are poor, to help those who are in need, who cannot be employed. We find jobs for them. And through the Shepherd Society, we also reach out to the rest of the West Bank. We reach out to Gaza. For example, in the recent invasion of Gaza by the Israeli military, they left so much damage. Just about every other home is completely demolished. And we did raise money for Gaza. And we are hoping now the Israeli will allow building material to get into Gaza so that we can rebuild at least the windows, the homes, the solar mirrors, things like that. And the Lord blessed us with over $250,000 just for Gaza. So people were very touched by what happened in Gaza. And so this is what we're doing. And we also have other training centers in Bethlehem. We train people to be tour guides, for example, to help them find jobs. We train people in media, television, radio, production. We have an extension in Nazareth, another Bible college in Nazareth for the Bethlehem Bible College. So the Lord is really using us, and we praise His name.
Okay, now let me ask you a difficult question, and I'm not asking you to be political here. It's hard to talk to anybody in the Middle East without getting political, but let's transcend politics. You had this encounter with the Lord as related to forgiveness in your heart.
Yes.
How do you connect and relate to other Christians in the Middle East, Messianic believers as they're called, Jewish believers as well as Gentile believers? Is there a divide? And if so, are you attempting to overcome it? And if there's not a divide, what have you done to make the difference?
Well, we have fellowship with Jews who believe in Jesus, Messianic Jews. We set up one day in a year, and King of Kings College and Bethlehem Bible College, or now it's Israel College of the Bible, and Bethlehem Bible College, they come together and spend the whole day together. They sing and they give testimonies, and they show the love of Christ to each other. One of our teachers, his name is Salim, he has a ministry called Musalaha, where he brings Jewish believers, Palestinian believers together, take them out on outings so that they get to know each other, And if they look at each other, you know, in a dehumanized way, after this contact with each other, they see each other as a human being that are loved by the Lord Jesus Christ. And so many walls are breaking down because of this ministry called Musalaha, which means reconciliation.
Yeah, Salim, I know Salim. He told me back when he was starting Musalaha, he actually had lunch with me at the YMCA in Jerusalem to ask me what I thought about the idea. And of course I loved it. But his concept was to take Jewish and Arab believers out in the desert on 2- and 3-day treks with camels,
exactly,
and campfires. And the concept was, okay, we'll have an Arab believer on the camel, a Jewish believer leading the camel. Then they'll switch roles. The Jewish believer get on the camel. The Arab, and he said, we'll force them to interact. And then around the campfire, they'll serve each other food. They'll have communion together. I thought, boy, what a novel idea, what a radical idea, but it seems to have worked.
It's working, and when you are in the desert and you want to survive, you know, you work very hard to survive. You forget about your problems, you forget where you have come from, and you work together, and you have to cooperate. If you don't cooperate, you cannot survive. And so it is a beautiful idea. This Ministry of Musalaha is one of the many good things that have happened to bring Jews and Palestinians together.
According to this article in the Waterloo Region Record, there are, as of 2005, about 83,000 believers in the West Bank and Gaza. Have they got that pretty much accurate?
Well, I wouldn't say believers, I say Christians.
So we're talking about just
all the Christians put together, whether they are Catholic or Orthodox or Lutherans or Anglicans, all together.
So some of them would be then cultural believers.
Yeah, cultural Christians.
Yes. Any idea how many evangelicals there might be?
I don't have an exact number, but whenever we have a meeting, we come together for a revival meeting or so, we can easily bring at least 1,500 people together, if not more. Right. So they are all over the land.
Our time's almost gone. Tell me about your family. How are Salwa and the kids? How are they all doing?
Well, my wife Salwa is doing great. She's a teacher at Bethlehem Bible College, teach Arabic to missionaries. And my children are doing fine. Sammy is in town in Bethlehem, and he runs an organization called Holy Land Trust, which believes in nonviolence and training Palestinians to be trainers in nonviolence. And he's very active, and it's amazing. Some of his trainers to train others to be nonviolence are Hamas people. And I have 2 children in America, and they are doing great. We have 6 grandchildren. Wow,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, Sammy's working in Bethlehem, and my son Jess is working in Jerusalem. So there you go. The beat goes on.
That's right.
What goes around comes around. Bishara Awad, thank you for coming our way.
Thank you, Jim, very much.
Pleasure having you here. Friends, don't go away.